When the girl was taking a bath, her grandmother kept pushing on the door. She had no choice but to get up and open the door for her. But the embarrassment didn't stop there. At night, Grandma would hold her tightly when she slept. Even when she went to the toilet in the middle of the night, Grandma would go with her. Even when she ate, she would feed her. Such close contact made the girl feel very uncomfortable. But she didn't stop her grandmother. She knew she was afraid she'd disappear again. 12 years ago, Lucy's father died and her mother remarried. He was left with his grandmother in the countryside. That day, Grandma took Lucy to the market. But just by turning her head, Lucy suddenly disappeared. Grandma panicked and searched the marketplace, but there was no sign of Lucy. For 12 years, Grandma never gave up looking for Lucy. She put up posters all over the city. She even spent all her savings on adverts on milk cartons. But there's still no sign of Lucy. Someone offered to buy her house for double the price, but Grandma kicked them out without saying a word. She was afraid Lucy would come back one day and not be able to find her home. Then came the good news that Lucy, who'd been missing for 12 years, had been found. When she heard the news, she ran to the police station. She learned that Lucy was abducted by her mother to live with her stepfather. But soon after, her mother was killed in a car accident. Her stepfather stopped raising her and left her in an orphanage to fend for herself. At that moment, Lucy came in, but Grandma didn't recognize her when she grew up. But she was still wearing the bracelet she'd given her. Grandma was so excited that she rushed up to her and stroked her cheek. She was convinced that she was the grown-up Lucy. But in front of her crying grandmother, Lucy didn't know what to do. She took Lucy back to the countryside. She didn't want her to do any work, so she just let her rest. The next day she took her to the market to buy clothes. Grandma, who was usually poor in food and clothing, always chose the most expensive and the best for her granddaughter. She wanted to make up for 12 years of love, but the intensity of her love made Lucy feel at a loss. He began to alienate himself from his grandmother. Often, he would walk to the beach and sit there all afternoon by himself. Even after school, he was the last one home. But no matter how late Lucy came home, Grandma was always waiting for him under the dim streetlight. Every day, Grandma would cook for Lucy in different ways. If she was worried about Lucy getting a fishbone, she'd break it off little by little. When she saw that he was always taking small bites, she'd scoop up a big spoonful and feed it to him. In the past, she wouldn't sell the old house. Now she's in a hurry to sell it for Lucy's future. In addition to providing for Lucy's needs, Grandma even sends her teacher a bunch of gifts for Lucy's studies. She just hoped that the teacher would pay more attention to her granddaughter. Lucy's eyes turned red when she learnt about it. From being uncomfortable at first to being touched, he began to learn to adapt to his grandmother's love. Every day, he sat with his grandma where she